This video is empowered by GreenManGaming.com. Get your games here for the fraction of the cost there. Do you have a rich friend on Steam? Well, guess what? Steam has, or Valve in this case, has the cure for you. Now they're introducing this family sharing plan, which basically what it is something included in every single account on Steam. So if you have a bunch of games you're not playing anymore, but you have a bunch of friends hounding over your shoulder that really want to play these games big time and you don't want to share your details via password or anything else, then you can easily link these people's computers to your account, and you can be able to share up to 10 of these devices at a time. So it's pretty awesome, I think, the idea and the concept. Now, you of course can share your DLC, the original core game, and various things in that said account that you own. So, what does this mean? Well, people cannot buy DLC, however, the borrowers in this case, and use it for the core game because it will not work. So the person who owns the account would have to actually chip in and buy the DLC so that person can enjoy it, or that person can give you the money and you can buy the said DLC that way. I think this is a really awesome and interesting idea that Valve is doing. I mean, granted, this was Xbox's original baby when it came to a family sharing with the Xbox One, but they sort of scrapped it because of their policies and all that stuff in between. So they're currently going to be doing a beta for 1,000 accounts that could be given access to this said bit. So I think this is quite interesting and awesome how they're doing this either way. So every 1 to 10, you could practically have many people enjoying these said games that cannot afford it or on a budget. This is also excellent, I think, for a lot of folks who are pretty much have good computers but can't afford too many games at the moment because of the economy. So for those friends who have like tons of money they throw at Steam anyway and basically do not play their said titles, this gives their friends an opportunity to be able to play these games. Now, this is pretty much a quote from Valve's Anna Sweet. And she sounds very, very sweet like honey at the moment. But anyway, I'm flirting with somebody that don't even exist in my life. Our customers have expressed a desire to share their digital games among friends and family members, just as a current retail games, books, DVDs, and other physical media can be shared. So basically they wanted, or of course the fans of Valve wanted to be able to share their games with their buddies. And with this is pretty much the most fair medium I've seen in the world. This can also contribute sales anyway and also push away some pirating. I'm not saying every little ounce of pirating, but however help contribute towards reducing it for the PC market. At least this is what I'm seeing anyway. And the more I look at it, it looks more of like something that could help developers as well develop a way to utilize this said sharing plan. But at the same time, I can see something happening with the prices of digital games. It could also go up in price for all we know, and that could not be very good for most people. But again, I'm not saying this is true, just going to be a fact or anything like that. It's just, to me, it seems kind of etchy that they're doing this. But, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You cannot touch your nipples without going past go, collecting $200 on a Monopoly board. But, I'm really, really, really hoping I can get into this beta, because I have at least 3 or 4 friends who keep on looking at my account going, oh, I want to try that game, I want to try that game, I want to try this game. So finally, I can shut them up, they can play these games, and we can all skip merrily naked down the street while eating ice cream and Pop-Tarts. Why Pop-Tarts? Because I haven't ate those in years, I have no clue. But apparently Pop-Tarts are still trendy or thrifty or something of that nature, where these said pastries are supposed to be edible and delicious. I quite frankly can only eat these s'more ones every once in a while because they scratch the shit out of my throat. Back on topic. This, of course, will hopefully sprout a lot more potential customers for Steam as well. I mean, this is probably going to help boost sales initially for certain games, especially for the co-op games. I'm hoping, anyway, this is all not the exclusive Valve games that they're talking about here, nor is it going to be, certain publishers are going to be on board. Hopefully this allows every single game on Steam to do this, but this can also mean some dangerous times for some potential companies out there too, because a lot of these companies do depend on the transactional sales of these games. Even though it's digital, blah, blah. Well, that's a million potential thefts of the game that could have been money in the pocket of these developers who can, of course, improve and make better games. But then again, I digress. What am I talking about? $5 time a million. Oh, jeez. How much would that be? Either way, I can see in the future that this, of course, is going to be so trendy that Xbox is going to pick up their ball again and play with it, with this said thing, seeing it being somewhat successful on the computer. PS3 is going to do, PS4 rather. Excuse me. I'm sorry, PS3, you're sort of dying at the moment. And PS4 is generally going to be on the same page. With Nintendo, they're just going to run around in circles and go, and they're going to shout and tell you incentively to play Pikmin 3. That's the only thing they're going to tell you to do. Play Pikmin 3! You have nothing else better to do. So, anyway, guys, I digress. What do you think of this topic? I, quite frankly, am somewhat excited and intrigued about how this is going to work out, because I do have a hefty Steam list of games I know a lot of friends are potentially wanting to play. And I do not mind helping out those buddies at all, just let them enjoy a couple good games. And plus, quite frankly, I can't fucking reach every single last one of those 300 games. There's just no way in hell. So, alright, take it easy, folks. Thank you guys for touching my nipples.